Dear viewers, I hope you are all fine. This ultrasound video shows multiple findings of the gallbladder. In fact, this is a combination of three videos, and one video shows the gallbladder stones, the other shows gallbladder, thick walled gallbladder with sludge, and the third video shows the gallbladder polyps. You can see the difference, observe the difference between all these findings. Now this is the first video and it shows the multiple stones are seen in the gallbladder. You can see the stone shadowing. Most people with cholelithiasis have no symptoms at all. A minority of patients with gallstone develop symptoms, for example, severe abdominal pain, nausea and vomiting, and complete blockage of the bile duct that may pose the risk of infection. Cholelithiasis can lead to cholecystitis, inflammation of the gallbladder. Now, the causes of gallbladder stones. Gallstones may form if bile contains too much cholesterol, too much bilirubin, or not enough bile salts. Researchers do not fully understand why these changes in bile occur. Gallstones also may form if gallbladder doesn't empty completely or often enough. If your gallstones are not causing symptoms, there is no need for you to have surgery. You will only need if a stone goes into or blocks one of the bile ducts. Incidentally, this patient also has multiple renal stones at pelvic junction. You can see two large stones are seen at pelvic junction, and the pelvical cailious system is mildly dilated. If the gallstones are not causing symptoms, there is no need for you to have surgery. If your doctor may refer you to a gastroenterologist or a surgeon for treatment. The usual treatment for gallstone is surgery to remove the gallbladder, but sometimes your physician may use non-surgical treatments to treat cholesterol stones, but pigment stones usually require surgery. If you take less water than your body requires, it can take a toll on your gallbladder. Water helps the organ empty and keep bile from building up. This protects against gallstones and other problems. Sipping more also can help you slim down. You can see the stones at pelvic junction. Now again you can see the gallbladder stones. This video will follow another video which will show the gallbladder sludge with thickening of the gallbladder wall. This is liver. Now these are the gallbladder stones. These are the renal stones at pelvic junction. Now this is the second video and it will show you thickening of the gallbladder wall with a significant amount of thick sludge seen in the gallbladder. Thickening of the gallbladder wall is a relatively frequent finding at diagnostic imaging studies. You can see the gallbladder and a large amount of thick sludge is seen, and the gallbladder wall are thickened. This is liver, this is the gallbladder. Again, you can see the sludge in the gallbladder. Historically, a thick-walled gallbladder has been regarded as proof of primary gallbladder disease, and it is a well-known hallmark feature of acute cholecystitis. The normal thickness of gallbladder wall is usually less than 3 mm, provided that the patient has been fasting for 8 to 12 hours. Visualization of the normal gallbladder should be nearly complete. Non-visualization of gallbladder is a pathological finding in 96% of cases involving truly fasting patients. Now, the thick-walled gallbladder may be caused by repeated attacks of the acute cholecystitis. Chronic cholecystitis may cause intermittent mild abdominal pain or no symptoms at all. Damage to the walls of the gallbladder leads to a thickened, scarred gallbladder. Ultimately, the gallbladder can shrink and lose its ability to store and release bile. Pancreatitis, pancreatic cancer, common bile duct stones, cholangiocarcinoma, sclerosing cholangitis, acute cholangitis, and oriental cholangiohepatitis are associated with thickening of the bile valves, bile duct walls. Now, the liver enzymes, especially alkaline phosphatase ALP, may be elevated in severe cases of gallbladder inflammation. Lipase, it is the preferred test, or amylase. These pancreatic enzymes may be elevated if gallbladder disease has also caused pancreatitis. Now you can see the sludge in the neck of the gallbladder. The sludge was also seen in the body of the gallbladder. The gallbladder becomes swollen and may become infected with bacteria. Now, the less common causes include blocked bile ducts due to scarring, reduced blood flow to the gallbladder, tumors that block the flow of the bile from the gallbladder, or viral infections that inflame the gallbladder. You can see in this case the gallbladder wall thickening, and it is more than 3 mm. The gallbladder is distended, inflamed, and has a significant amount of thick sludge in its interior. Now, in the side on position, you can see the sludge has gone to the dependent area, that is neck of the gallbladder. Now, following this video, there is another video showing the gallbladder polyps. You can see the gallbladder is distended, measures about 10.2 into 4.7 centimeter. This is liver. This is the sludge seen in the dependent portion of the gallbladder, in the neck of the gallbladder. This is the thick sludge. May contain some sand particles in its interior. Now, following this video, there is a video showing the gallbladder polyps, multiple gallbladder polyps. Now, this is the video showing gallbladder polyps, multiple gallbladder polyps, and you will see there is no shadowing, absolutely no shadowing, as these are not the stones, these are the gallbladder polyps. Gallbladder polyps are elevation of the gallbladder wall that project into the lumen. They are commonly detected on ultrasound scans of the abdomen with a prevalence estimated between 0.3 and 9.5%. They may also be found following analysis of the gallbladder specimen following cholecystectomy. A gallbladder polyps is a growth that bulges from the surface of the inner gallbladder wall. Some polyps are formed by cholesterol deposits in the gallbladder wall. Others may be small tumors, either cancer or not or non-cancerous, or may be caused by inflammation. Now, the symptoms of the gallbladder polyps include occasional pain in the right part of the upper abdomen, hypochondrium, nausea, vomiting. So these gallbladder polyps are growths that protrude from the lining of the inside of the gallbladder. Polyps can be cancerous, but rarely. About 95% of the gallbladder polyps are benign. The size of the gallbladder polyp can help predict whether it is cancerous, malignant, or non-cancerous, benign. Surgery is necessary if polyps cause symptoms or are larger than 1 centimeter. Surgery is recommended when a polyps has grown by 2 millimeter or more since the last checkup. The treatment involves surgical removal of the gallbladder. Gallbladder polyps are common, and it is up to 9% of the population, but mostly are small sized, so no treatment is necessary. Over 95% of the polyps are benign, and the majority of these are the cholesterol polyps. Cholesterol polyps are more frequently identified in patients between 40 to 50 years of age and are more frequently seen in females. Now, the benign polyps are about 90 to 95% of all polyps. Cholesterol polyps are more than 50% of all polyps. Adenomas are 30%, possibly pre-malignant. Inflammatory polyps are 10%. Other rare entities, the benign tumor and tumor-like lesion of the gallbladder, may occasionally be seen. Now, polyps more than 10 millimeter have increased risk of malignancy, and cholecystectomy is recommended. You can find some important information in the description of this video. This video has been long. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel. If you do like this video, please click the like button. Thanks.